5 years later, the remnants of Hurricane Maria are pretty visible in some of the interior parts of the island. So this morning, we're actually driving 2.5 hours to Maricao. It's in the interior area of the island, and it sustained a lot of damage after the storm. There, we're actually going to meet with a nonprofit organization called Protechos. They're working from the ground up with people to replace blue tarps that remain with new roofs. And we're going to check out Maricao to see how it's fared 5 years after the storm.
There's still 70, 80 homes without repairs.
Ovidio Gonzalez is the director of public works in Maricao.
Here, practically the entire municipality is below the poverty line. It's people that can't fix the house and pay for water and power.
He says last year, there were about 100 homes in Maricao that still had tarps. That's until the nonprofit Protechos came in.
5 years later, and we're still rebuilding roofs.
Francis, yes, that's his name, is the Protechos representative in Maricao. He walked us through the area.
This is one of the houses that we need to work on. It's next online in the list.
Protechos, or Pro Roofs in English, repairs roofs so they can survive hurricanes. The organization started in response to Hurricanes Irma and Maria.
Comenzaron por primero 6 techos. Y así sucesivamente fueron, ¿verdad?, queriendo herramientas.
It started with 6 houses, then with more tools and more people, and now we're 30 employees.
They work off of donations and partnerships with the local government for funds and materials, but with so few employees, the work takes time. And depending on the extent of the damage, a roof repair can take anywhere from a week to a month. Francis says it can be disheartening.
It's a little sad, but at the same time exciting for us to bring our services all over the island because there are still roofs with blue tarps all over.
Especially in areas that are hard to reach. To say Maricao is isolated would be an understatement. It's located in a mountainous region. The roads are narrow and the vegetation lush. We were told after Hurricane Maria, power lines were tangled in that vegetation along with debris, and the island has thousands of them.
Now we have over 30,000 miles of distribution lines around the island. In the transmission line, we have over 3,500 miles of cables,
So it's hard to imagine how first responders were even able to reach Maricao after Maria. We drove over 2 hours to get there from San Juan, and an hour of that drive was spent going up a mountain. And on top of being isolated, Maricao's population is older, making it difficult for them to rebuild.
The majority of the population of Maricao is over 55. The income per capita is under $6,000 a year.
It's a small municipality with around 4,900 residents, and here, life is calm.
The people that live here, it's because we like the peace and the calm that comes with living up here. But it's not easy in terms of job opportunities and the complications with services from the government because of the distance to get into town.
And that distance makes it difficult to get the power restored.
With winds of just 30, 35 miles an hour, we didn't have power for around 3 to 4 days. A Category 1 hurricane is 70, 75 miles an hour at a minimum. So we get scared. We get scared about the time we spend isolated. The power goes out and the aqueduct pumps shut off, and then we're without power and drinking water.
It's a frightening scenario that they've already experienced after Maria.
The hurricane was in September, and still in February, March, the majority of the town didn't have electricity.
And that affects people not only physically, but mentally. Francis says he sees it when he arrives at a new job.
Well, it gets to a point psychologically that people just live to survive. It rains here practically every day after 12 p.m., so every day to have to deal with damaged equipment, a damaged wall where the tile is damaged and lifting.
And worse, impacting people's health.
There are people living with that mold all the time and they get sick. This would be a complete repair. We have to take the roof out and start from scratch. We could easily be here a month, if not more.
Protechos not only repairs the roofs, but teaches recipients how to fix them too.
Once we leave Maricao, there will be people here with experience and skills to be able to fix their own roof and their neighbor's roof.
It's work that's meaningful and long overdue. But for Francis, it's satisfaction.
People smile, or they invite us for a coffee or soda, so it gives me the desire to keep working and keep repairing roofs all over the island. That's the goal.